first with the rock news you need to know. The 6 o'clock Rock Report in association with Hot Press, Radio Nova.
And a very good evening. I am here live from Brady's Pub in Shankill, where we're having a wonderful evening celebrating Dublin Does Fridays, but it is business as usual. And we're talking about some of the big stars and the big issues in music of the week. Now, during the week, I had the interest and joy of meeting a rather wonderful musician, Joy Division, one of those legendary bands whose backstory comes with as much drama and interest as their music. Bassist Peter Hook was in Dublin this week, and the Rock Report caught up with him on the launch of Unknown Pleasures inside Joy Division. Welcome back to Dublin, first of all, and you're here specifically because of Unknown Pleasures inside Joy Division, your brand new book. Listen, I have to tell you, I'll tell you how I read your book over the weekend, which was I sat down and got all multimedia on it, had the iPad open and had the music running kind of in time with the book itself.
Oh, nice. And that is what I recommended on the track by track.
It really is. It's great, and you get such a feeling of being right inside the band at that very special time. How's it been for you putting this together?
Well, it took a long time. So the thing is that you do get used to it, working on it. And I suppose in a funny way, I've been doing the music alongside, just like you, by playing the albums, haven't I, since 2010 when we celebrated Ian's 30th anniversary. So, yeah, I mean, I've been used to it. It was hard work. And it was quite sad, really, to go over all the good things and the bad things. But I have to say I was delighted when I was finished with it and very happy. And then you've got that awful bit where you wait for people's reactions, to see whether you've ruined it or helped. So I hope in some ways that I've helped.
I know you've had a book out before, but in terms of this, because it's that really personal story of this particular era, and as you say, a lot of emotion in it, a lot of fun in it as well. What's it like to hold that book for the first time?
It's fantastic, actually. There's a certain gravitas to being an author that rock musician doesn't have. So it is quite nice. It sort of feels more academic and more learned, and I know that my mother would probably be much prouder, God rest her soul, of my book than she would of my records. Do you know what I mean? It's something, a very tangible achievement, a book. I mean, and it's great. It's actually nice to have two out. It's nice to show that, the Hacienda was a great success. And it's nice to show that it wasn't a flash in the pan.
Do you think that this is kind of among the first times that the very serious kind of nature that the band, that Joy Division publicly had, that we're really getting to see the kind of reality of it, which was a group of lads on the road with you behind the wheel most of the time, kind of enjoying life?
Well, I mean, it's the archetypal story of rock and roll, isn't it? You get in the van and you get on with it, and it's tough. And if you look at like the Beatles, Backbeat film, or even John Lennon, Nowhere Boy, it's a great adventure when you come to do it like that, because you literally are, putting your all, shall we say, all your eggs in one basket and going for it. And it's a great education as well. It's hard. You're proper going to the school of hard knocks. Doing it, but there is something wonderfully romantic in the David Essex mould, and that'll be the day of taking on the world with your guitar.
One of the obviously the most poignant element of the book is regarding Ian, and you go into so much detail about your point of view this many years on it, and while it's not an air of disappointment, but there is that ongoing question, that although he insisted on working on, you kind of wished, now looking back at it, that you could have helped him more, or could have even just realised what was happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is that, hindsight and the experience you gain over the years, and then using that to look back is nowhere near how helpless, frustrated, maybe shocked you were at the time. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? It's a wonderful luxury. Yeah. But the thing is that it's a very difficult thing to conjure up, because when you put things in the timeline and look at them, they all seem so close together. That's when you can see the pressure. And I have to say that, in this day and age, and the way we all are now, if something like that happened, or even an inkling, you just stop.
Yeah.
sort it out, But then it was that grim northern grit that, we all just clenched our teeth, Ian included, and just got on with it. And it is quite strange to witness, but I mean, they were different times. There was a lack of education, there was a lack of knowledge, and sometimes, people would look at Ian as if he was possessed by a devil.
Obviously, some ongoing issues, shall we say, regarding the New Order side of things. That being said, this book, and which is what makes it so enjoyable to sit down, playing the music as we did in the multimedia sense, it's incredibly endearing. The bunch of lads that were there and the effort, the work, the ethos that he had makes it a very enjoyable read. Do you get that back, or did you get it back when you were reading it?
The thing is that unfortunately, because of the relationship now with New Order, the others seem to think I was going to stitch them up, which makes me feel that they never really knew me in some ways, because it was such a golden time. The fact that you were all facing the same way, all had the same hopes, dreams and ambitions, and there really was a fellowship together. We're all in this together, and I think that's one of the main reasons that plagued Ian is that he didn't want to let us down. He felt that he was letting us down by succumbing to his illness and by stopping Joy Division in the tracks. I think there was a marked reluctance on his side to do that. So, yeah, I mean, I did enjoy it, and the thing is that I would never change what we had just because of what we're going through now. That's ridiculous to think that, because it was such a golden moment. There was no money involved. You literally were all doing it for the love of music and just for the want of playing to people, before it got jaundiced in any way.
And of course, there's just incredible music, and that legacy, for people who are fans of your music and that sort of thing, is always there, just in that form as well.
Yeah, true. I mean, the great thing about playing the music, as I have been doing since 2010, is that it actually felt quite right not to play it when you were in New Order. But when New Order split and you were on the outside, then all of a sudden you were like, oh my God, why don't we do anything to celebrate Joy Division? Once I came out of New Order, it didn't make any sense, to be honest. And so it's been wonderful to get the music back. And it's been wonderful to do the book, because there is a feeling of sort of drawing a kind of line under it. I've played the music, I still play the music very, very happily. And now I've done the book, and it's like, there is a certain peace aspect to it. I feel at peace with it.
And Peter, of course, you're back over here in Ireland. You've been here a couple of times. What are the plans?
My plans, my God. Well, I do New Order LBs in January, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get everywhere we did with Unknown Pleasures and closer again. So stand by, mate. I believe I'm DJing actually in Dublin on the 28th of December. Coming back before you know it, mate.
Wait with bated breath.
I'll give you a shout and let you know.
Please do, because we would like to know. Peter Hook, Hookie, thanks a million for joining us on Radio Nova. Really appreciate it.
Mate. It's an absolute pleasure.
It gets people talking. The 6 o'clock Rock Report in association with Hot Press. Radio Nova.